We are attempting to analyze whether anything substantial will come out of Rahul Gandhi's visit, and will his speeches, well received as they have been, translate into any real political gains. I'm joined to talk about this by Richard Rossow from the Center for Strategic and International Studies. Vinod Sharma, senior political journalist, is joining us this evening. Yashwant Deshmukh, MD and Chief Editor, C Voter Broadcast, and Shankkar Aiyar, political economy analyst and author, is also joining us on the debate. Good evening to all of you. Rick, I'm going to start with you because you met with Rahul Gandhi at 2 or 3 meetings. Apart from his public appearances, you had a chance to speak with him. What was your impression?
Well, I think in person, he actually pulls off a little bit better impression on most people than sometimes the public image is portrayed. He spoke knowledgeably about a number of global issues India faces, on questions about relations with China, about whether Congress will continue the good relations that they have with the United States, India's major defense and security issues, and even ducked into economic issues from time to time. Spoke well on all those things. I think, of course, we always look for when a party is in office, what kind of things do we see there? So it's one thing to hear good words, comforting words. Another thing to see what would happen should he end up in office at some point as a leader of the country.
My question is that does this tactic work at all? Rahul Gandhi, quite self-effacing, saying, I know I'm a poor speaker. Prime Minister Modi is a better communicator. Yes, I'm a dynast. Does all of this work somewhere in the overall political messaging?
Well, to start with, I think this is his roadshow for the upcoming IPO. I think there is a lot of buzz about him being coronated next month and next month. So I think one thing that this trip has done is it's got him heard. Now, opinions may differ on whether he spoke well or poorly or whatever, but the fact is that he is heard. He made some points. He was allowed to complete his sentences, and the hosts were polite to let him have his say. Whether this translates into anything is a long-term question. The point is that most parties, when they're in opposition, say things that you and I want to hear and the voter wants to hear. When you are in opposition, you are able to say things. In Mr. Rahul Gandhi's case and for the Congress, the challenge is how do they translate all those ideas and thoughts that have got some traction into real politic action. I mean, it can happen that whatever happens in the US stays in the US, like they say about Vegas. So it may not translate into anything here. But it gives him a leg up in his own party. It gives him a sense of belonging that the seniors in his party, the Congress is sort of split wide open in the middle between the seniors and the newcomers. So I think the effort has been well timed. It has been serendipitous in the sense that it has come around the time when India's economic issues are being discussed in India and elsewhere. It comes at a time when there is a political lull in the political calendar. It also comes in the run-up to the big election in Gujarat. I think he has played well, but the point is that what is the hurdle meter here? You must remember that the Congress has 44 seats, its worst track record ever.
But just to get to the crux of it, and I like Shankkar Aiyar's line that he was allowed to complete his sentences. Some would say he managed to complete his sentences, depending on what side you are. Yashwant Deshmukh, he did talk about things that are bothering people right now. He spoke about jobs, he spoke about India, China. He went to the extent to say that we couldn't provide the jobs, nor is Prime Minister Modi. Will all of that touch a chord somewhere?
Well, finally, he started saying something which any opposition leader should have said way back and should have said in a way which should connect with the people. I'm intrigued with the fact that he had to go all the way so far to reconnect to the masses or the audience back home. Having said that, I can't really say much how much politically this is going to pick up the stock, which have been on a historic low in 2014. But yes, I mean, it's a welcome thing for any the grand opposition, the opposition leader or the leader of the grand old party of India, which is in opposition right now, to at least start saying what an opposition leader should say and sound like. That's what I have to say.
Vinod Sharma, what do you make of, Rahul Gandhi's entire tour? And isn't it a late in the day of his political career? Because it's not like he's not been around for a while. To now say, this is who I am, this is who I stand for. Is there anything substantial in it?
Well, you see, I think that Rahul Gandhi does not require a tour of the United States to be elevated as president of the Congress party. That he is not the president of the Congress party until yet is all because of him. Insofar as this tour of the United States is concerned, he has tried to sort of juxtaposition himself with Mr. Narendra Modi. He's praised him. He was never out of step. He did not show any discourtesy to the Prime Minister, except for once saying that he has been the minder of about 1,000-odd people managing trolls that deconstruct their full-time job is to deconstruct his personality. You see, Rahul Gandhi has had a major image crisis, both in the media and in popular perception in India and also abroad. Now, it was his choice from which end to start. So he has decided, if he has decided to start from the end abroad, let's see how he takes it forward in India. The problem of the Congress party is not as much the leadership question, which is a given. So long as the Gandhi-Nehru family is there, we may keep on debating against dynasties and dynasts, but they are at once a liability and an asset of the Congress party. They are a liability because other young people do not get opportunities adequately, and they are an asset because they keep the party together. And without them, the party, starts falling apart. We have seen this in recent history as well. So Rahul Gandhi needs to rework the party's foundations, No party can be successful without a social alliance on the ground. And the Congress today lacks a social alliance on the ground. It also lacks an infrastructure, a party infrastructure that can translate that social alliance into a political alliance, which means a vote. So it's a hard task, and never before any leadership in the Congress has been faced with these challenges. His mother was faced in 1998 when she joined active politics. But no other leader in the Congress has faced this challenge. So let's see how he performs on his return, what is the new leadership and whether he takes over, because there are two opinions within the Congress party. That Sonia Gandhi completes 20 years as Congress president in 2018, and there is a point of view that, she should complete those 20 years.
Right.
And maybe he can take over after that. So let's see what happens.